So you want to be normal.
You have to be alone. You may not have any friends. You may have a jacked up life.
No matter what's in front of you, man, you have to face.
In a very dark place in your mind to think about what is important to you.
You have to overcome and move forward.
So then those weaknesses end up becoming your strengths.
It's not like, I'm gonna try one more time. No, it's just like, alarm clock goes off, boop, we're going back.
You have to believe that you are here for a reason. You've literally dedicated your life to a higher cause, a higher purpose beyond you.
That was my mindset. And that's how you get through things. You put yourself, you immerse yourself wherever it is, and you become that. You become that and give yourself no way out.
On the other end of suffering is a life that many people don't know even exists. It's a beautiful world because like the 40% rule. We all live in this world where our brains are keeping us in this box. Outside that box, on the other edge of suffering, which is on the other edge of that 40%, is a world that's endless of opportunity. But we are afraid to go outside that box because in that box it's comfortable. That's where all of our nice stuff, that's where the nice 4-lane highway's at. I know where the restrooms are at. I know where the gas stations are at. Outside that box, man, God gives you a shovel. And says, man, start digging. That's not fun. But when you dig your own path to all kind of stuff that's unknown. And that's why I started realizing, man, like on the other end of this is some beautiful stuff.
And your mind says, if we're not broken, this ain't normal. We gotta be broken. So then your mind starts to get tougher and tougher.
Because all these things that we're afraid of, they're doors that can possibly lead you to a whole other world. But we keep them shut for fear, for insecurity. And that's what the thing about tripling down on your weaknesses, so then those weaknesses end up becoming your strengths.
But it's amazing that once you get control of that thing, how far you can go.
I realized how the brain works.
And that comes with a very physical way, and the physical helps out the mental. It's more important to own your weaknesses. You got to really triple down on those, man.
You realize that you can't do it all the time. When you need to do it, I know I can go to a place that I can live in. And when you know that you can run on broken legs and you can do certain things that a lot of people can do, but they're not willing to do, this power, this sympathetic nervous system of fight or flight, and you're fighting, it gives you this charge of energy, and you're doing it by yourself, and you're going through arguably one of the hardest training in the world. And these guys, most of them are healthy, and you're going through it broken, and you're already at a disadvantage, but you're still there. You can feed into that and tap into that for a lot of power. But if you look at it, well, I'm broken, man. Like, I'm not gonna make it. But if you look at it as, man, I'm broken and I'm still here. And I'm fighting, and I'm gonna find a way to get through this because I have no other place to go. It gives you a lot of power.
This motivation is crap. Without being driven or obsessed, this motivation fades. The most powerful weapon in the world, we walk around with it. It's our mind, it's our brain. You have to be able to go into a very dark place in your mind and figure who you are. Go back to what you want to do, what's your purpose, because I believe that we are all leaving a lot on the table. And that's what scares me the most.
When things start to suck really, really bad, your brain says, we gotta get the fuck out of here. This is miserable. So anger goes away a lot of times when you're suffering because your brain just says, we gotta run, we gotta go. So that anger is not popping up saying, oh, I'm gonna show them, I'm gonna show those people. No, there has to be a much deeper. When I say deeper, it has to be down to that nice mineral soil where nothing can burn. You can't burn dirt. So it has to be down that low, that literally is something in you that's at the core of your soul.
I want to do the impossible. That's what I'm here for.
But you don't find it unless you spend a lot of time with what you want to be in life. I can't give that to you. You can't give it to somebody.
But the first step you have to do is face yourself and be accountable for what you're not. So then you can be what you want to be. Not care what other people think. To be able to walk around in your own skin and be so comfortable in it that you can write your whole life, all the bad, not the good, all the bad on the billboard and walk around like this. This is me, man. This is me. That's authenticity to me. And when you get to that point when you can walk around with those middle fingers up, not really like being mean to people, but saying, judge me, man. This is it. This is who I am, but I'm fixing it. I'm not just letting it just, it's not defining who I am, but that's a part of my life, and it's just owning who you are and not being ashamed of it.
The biggest thing you have to do is shut off technology. It's okay to be alone. It's also okay to be unhappy. It's okay to say, you know what, man, I'm fucked up. And then from there,
I want to be someone that I'm proud of.
every day is a battle because your mind wants to choose the path of least resistance every day. But you don't become better by ever doing that. You become normal, and I don't want to be normal.
A lot of us want to find peace first. You don't find peace first. I found peace on the opposite end of finding myself. And no one really finds himself without going through trials, tribulations, suffering, accountability. And accountability is suffering. Being accountable every fucking day for doing right for yourself, for the people next to you, it's miserable. It's hard.
That person who's not afraid of doing what they believe is right in their heart and not following someone else because someone else said, let's go this way, and they agree with everybody. I don't like yes men or yes women. If you're right, you're right. We're gonna follow you. But I like people who stand for something, they believe in something, and this is the way I'm gonna go whether you like me or not. And that's what it's about.
So one thing we do bad in life is we put all these people above you. Never put anybody above you, man.
I believe that we are our own heroes. All your mentors, everybody you like, we're human. You gotta put yourself on that pedestal, hold yourself to a higher standard, hold yourself accountable, and then look up to yourself. I'm not saying kiss your own ass, but I'm saying hold yourself to a standard and look inside yourself and try to be the best you can be.
Don't go into any competition of life, physical, mental, emotional, whatever it may be, too late. You gotta try so hard. Know that you worked hard as fuck. So once I did that, your eyes open up. So you give yourself a chance to win.
It's overcoming yourself at all costs, whatever that takes. It may not be a life for everybody, but I find a lot of peace in not being normal in my life.
Being uncommon amongst uncommon, it's really about yourself. It's you against yourself. It's not you against them.
Inside and out, and you know that you've put yourself through hell to be where you're at today. You've walked the walk, you've talked the talk, and you've walked the walk. And that's, to me, what it's all about.
I literally pushed myself to a place that very few human beings would ever be willing to go. It was the best feeling of my entire life.
The mentality of can't hurt me is just that.
We all have that capability, but it takes going through that 20% to that 100% and all that shit in between to get to that light that you see at the end of that fucking tunnel. And sometimes that journey between 20 to 100% is so fucking dark in there, but you gotta stay in there long enough to where there's just a little bit of light coming through to where your depth perception, you start to get that depth perception. You're like, oh, okay, I got a little bit of illumination now. But if you don't stay in there longer than fucking an hour to 2 hours, that little bit of light going through that concrete fucking tunnel, you're never gonna have that little bit of light that you can now see in the dark, just enough to make out shadows. You quit too early. Therefore, you can't make out the light in that fucking tunnel. There's always light in the tunnel. There's always some crack. There's always some imperfection in every fucking tunnel. But it's dark at first. Your eyes gotta get adjusted to that motherfucker, man. And until they get adjusted, we quit. Because it's too dark, it's scary in that motherfucker, so we get out. Stay there long enough. Allow your eyes to find that one little bit of light in there. Focus on that light, and then you'll be able to fucking wake your way through the tunnel.
That's the dedication I'm looking for. And that's the dedication that does not exist in this world. Does not. But what makes it so crazy to me is so many people have that ability. You have to go to a different focus. The focus has to be so heightened that very few people, they even understand that, but they have it in them to go there. But you have to go to a place of fear, of suffering, of pain, of doubt. And that's when your mind, if it knows it's not gonna quit, it opens up. And once it opens up, that's my 40% rule. Once you can open your mind up when it knows it's not gonna quit, it finds more. It finds more focus, it finds more power, it finds more drive. And that's what you find in those moments. But without those moments, you don't know what you're capable of.
And you gotta study so much harder than everybody else. If you're studying 3 hours, you're studying 3 days. There's no cheerleaders, there's no fucking crowds cheering you on. That's what makes you powerful, is when the only cheerleader is you.